Please give it up for Rashid Berg.
Last time we had about 70 people. The room was kind of full and we didn't even have more seats for people. So, but we did say we were gonna do physically. So this is why last week we were like, well, we have to keep what we said. So this is why we said, okay, this week we're gonna do it at least once, and then later on we're gonna start again, probably doing it online for some of the people, because I have been in this building, this same building here for the past 10 years. 10 years, same building here. Yep, in this same building here. So, and as of right now, Raul talked a little bit about RMJ. At RMJ, we serve more than almost about 1,000 people every year. So can you imagine 1,000 people? This is what we serve. In the RMJ system, what we do for people. So when we put up events out, we have a lot of people in the 50 states of the US. They say, oh, we want to be there, but we can't. Can we just change the event to being online? So I really want to thank you guys that took the time to make it here. Today we have about maybe 30 people around here. This is like half of what we had last event, but we do understand this is our responsibility, because we only put up the event last week that we put up the flyers. But what is more important for us is not even the numbers of people. You guys are here, and we have to share valuable, good information that can impact you, that can make sense for you, that we know this is something that you need in order to build wealth. I want to say something. The first best thing you can do in life is the right thing. The first best thing you can do in life is the right thing. The second best thing you can do is the worst thing. The second best thing you can do is the worst thing. And the worst thing you can do is do nothing. The worst thing you can do is do nothing. Nothing. It's like you are just that person that is, I'll say, the person that knows it all. Or when they present you an opportunity, you are not looking at what the opportunity can do for you and change. It's always about, let me do some research. Let me look at it. This doesn't make sense here. No, I need to see what does not work here. You are always looking at what does not work, instead of focusing on what can work and what will work. The pessimist will always see the glass half empty, right? And the optimist will see it half full, right? So you guys get it. So what I want you guys to focus tonight is three things. Three things. Sight, insight, and vision. Sight, insight, and vision. What is sight? Sight is what you can see with your eyes. Whatever you can see, you can understand it. Oh, this is what sight. It's like I'm here. I'm at your side. You see me. You see your neighbors. You see people that are here. That's the sight. The insight is what going on in your mind. It's like you're thinking about it. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. I get it. Okay. And the next is the vision. It's the action. All that you see, what do you do with that? Because we always say knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power. But I want to add one more thing to that. Knowledge without action is foolishness. Knowledge without action is foolishness. If you are the guy that knows it all, or you see somebody start a business, I had this idea maybe last year, 2 or 3 years ago. Come on, I'm finished with that. But what? You know it, but did you do it? Did you do it? Did you execute? Because life will only reward people that execute. That's it. You know it, it's good. You know it, that's fine. But did you execute? Did you do it? Can we see it? Can we actually know that it's making sense? This is what life is about. It will only reward the people that take action and the people that see something and they know it's working, it's making sense, and they take action. It's one of the things that I like to say with my team when we talk about in the R&D. I say, where is the biggest bank in Earth? The biggest bank, cemetery. The cemetery. You know why? Because at the cemetery you will see people. I had this project I wanted to do. He didn't do it. He died. He did not do that project. I had this investment that I wanted to do. You died with that investment in your mind. I have this book that I wanted to write. The book is actually resting with you in this room. I wanted to take this trip. I wanted to run for office. I wanted to start this business. I wanted to go and grab this opportunity. I wanted to do this and travel and do all the things. You're always talking about the things that you want to do. All those people that died, they had all this idea. And there is nothing new we created. Everything people have thought about it, they envisioned it, they did it. But the difference, they did not make it. Think about it in history right now. All the people that we talk about that have made it in life, that we remember they were great men, what did they do? Action. They took action, they took the responsibility, they said, I want to change my life. I want something better. I want something meaningful, something that will change my life, something that will change my generation, something that will bring the people to know me and say, yes, I did something to impact their life. Yes, I have changed my situation. Yes, doing the work that I'm doing, I don't like it, but why you don't like it, you keep doing the same thing and you are not doing something that will make your life different. If you are always doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result, it will not happen. You have to take action and do something different so you can get a different result. If you do not change anything, everything will keep being the same. So the reason that I'm bringing this is we did an event in December. We did an event in February, in November. November, we had a lot of people. December, we didn't have chairs. We had people on the seat. And we shared the information. And I wonder, what did you do with what you learned? This is not about working with us, R&D. Now, the reason we are doing this event is to bring the information. Even if it was only 5 people here, I will share the information deeply so they can get and understand. Because for me, even if it's one person that get the information and change their life, my mission will have been complete. So tonight we have more than one person. So the goal is to share valuable information that you will take, and then when you go home and you are sleeping, you're thinking about it. What can I do with that? That's the most important thing. Change your life, build wealth, give wealth to your generation. This is what it's about. So anyway, Raul talked about RMJ, and he said he's been working with RMJ for the past 10 years. Maybe more than a decade. Because I said we've been in this building for 10 years, serving about 1,000 people every year, serving about 1,000 people. And before here, we were in another building. So it's been a long time that we've been doing this, and we know exactly what finances look like, what do we need to do so we can make an impact in people's lives. And I'm really happy tonight to see some of the clients that are working with us, some people that are new, some are trying to see if this works, this doesn't work. I want to thank everybody that have been working with us for a long time. I see faces here for more than 10 years, faces here that are working with us. We hope that we are bringing something valuable to you. What do we do at RMJ? At RMJ, we do, a lot of people know us for tax preparation. We prepare taxes, we do all of that, and this is the time to prepare taxes. This is the time where people will be calling out a lot to file the tax return. But we do more than that. We do more than that. We do tax planning, to look in future and know how your taxes will look like. Not when you just you don't know, you just call us and then we just prepare your taxes. That is just fine. That's compliance. planning, we do that. We do also tax resolution, that is backward. Backward means like, let's say you owe some money to the IRS and then you don't have money to pay. There's ways for us, we can work it around. You don't have to pay it all if you don't have it. The law does not tell you, hey, you have to pay something that you do not have. If you don't have it, there's ways you can work around it. We do also bookkeeping. Bookkeeping means that you can have actual vision and snapshot of your company. So you know exactly, is your company working? How much are you making? Are you making profit? Or maybe the bank account, the money in the bank account of the business is going to the personal is going to the business, and all mixed together. Bookkeeping actually gives you clarity. We do that. We do also what is called CFO work. Bookkeeping is actually recording whatever happens in your company. It's like, okay, we're in January, we will record whatever happened in December. So that's already happened. So CFO is what actually will count the projection. Okay, your company is maybe making $200,000 and you feel like, oh, I want to make 400, I want to make 500, I want to make $1 million. This is plans that you want. It's wishes. But how do we turn it to action? So in the company, we will look at it and then we will plan it with you. We'll tell you, hey, if you need to make $500, $1 million, maybe you need to do more marketing. Maybe you need to actually source another different supplier so you can actually bring the price cost of your inventories lower. So those are a little bit in bookkeeping and in CFO where we plan it ahead. But another thing that also we do is actually funding, bringing the capital that you need to be able to expand or to be able for you to invest. Antoinette was here and then she was talking about DSCR loan and all those things, and maybe you want to buy a property that is like $200,000, you need 20% down. 20% down of $200,000, that's $40,000. That $40,000, where do we get it? This is what we do at RMG. We help you get capital. And then I always say this, no matter what, wherever you are, we can get you funded. I can repeat myself, no matter whatever you are in your situation, in your journey, we can get you funded. It just will be a matter of time. So we do that also. And we do also, sometimes we know, we all know the number one. Last time I said the number one degree in America. I said it. Yeah. Number one degree. Dan, you know it. Oh, Jacob. I said the number one degree in America. You were here last time.
Credit, right?
Credit. That is the number one degree in America. Raoul was here, he was talking about all the degrees that I was doing, all the degrees that I had, and all these things. That's good. Those are the degrees that I do because of the type of job that I do. Dealing with the IRS, you need to be licensed. Writing a life insurance policy, you need to be licensed. Doing bookkeeping, you need to be licensed. Doing taxes, you need to be licensed. If I'm doing tax learning, all those things, I need to be licensed. So I did those things because of the profession that I do. But the most important thing that I believe everybody needs to watch in America is your credit. Because when you look at the power of credit, you do not know how the power that you have in your hands, you don't know what it can actually unlock for you. So we do credit optimization. We don't do credit repair. Repeat myself. Credit repair, nobody cannot charge you in America to repair your credit. Okay? So if you see an ad, somebody saying that, oh, you come pay for your credit repair, it's against the law. You cannot charge people to repair the credit. But what we do, we don't do credit repair, we do credit optimization. Pay attention, people. We do credit optimization, not credit repair. Credit optimization will help you so we can take care of the stuff that we do. So that's one of the things that we do. And also we do, life insurance, IUL policies and those things. We actually help you so you can plan also in your life if you are no longer here. Because by the end of the day, there will be a day that they will say we are no longer here. That's the course of life. But we want to be able to that the people that are actually coming after us, so they make sure that we're passing them something. And we also do business advisory, where we actually help you if you want to create a company. You want to know what is best for you. Do you need a sole prop? Do you need an LLC? Do you need an S corp? Do you need a C corp? Do you need a trust? All those things, we advise you also to see what you need in your life and what you need in your business. So those are the type of services that we do. But tonight, I want to start talking about capital. Because Antoinette was here and she was talking about, hey, you can have access to money, you can have access to capital. And then she was like, oh, if you need to have a property of $40,000, $200,000, you need that $40,000. And how do you have access to that? How we at RMJ can help you so you can have that down payment. Yes. Oh, okay. So the question that I asked myself, and I need to answer it, right? Thank you for calling me out on that. In America, there is more than 9,500 banks.
Okay.
Banks, regional banks. Now, when I say banks, it's the big banks. Big banks is like, there's about 10, 15 big banks. You're talking about Chase, Bank of America, PNC, Truist, US Bank. Those are the big banks. And there's regional banks. Regional banks is like maybe Frost Bank, Comerica, Amegi Bank, First Horizon. Those are things. And then you see credit union also. There's even one right here, Member Source, Member Choice. You those credit things. So when you add all of them, it's 9,500 banks. And those banks, what they do, they're in business of selling money. That's the job of a bank. In business of selling money. They're selling money to you. That's what the bank does. Because how do the bank make money? They give you money, and they give you interest, and then you pay back with that interest. They're selling you money. That's their product. They're selling you money. So on those 9,500 banks in America, they want to sell to everybody. You guys included in this one. They want to sell it to you. But now, what is selling to you mean? It's like giving you loans, giving you access to capital, giving you lines of credit, term loans, credit cards, mortgage, all those things. But why sometimes they might not give it to you? Because the banks always have the people they want to work with and the people they don't want to work with. So if you go to the bank and then you are not able to have access to the capital you need, it's because they don't want to work with you because of your number one degree, your credit. Your credit. That's the only reason that bank will not give you. Because here's the thing, even if I take anybody in this room that I never met you, you don't know me, I don't know you. And maybe you want to come to me and you want to access $50,000. Give me something that will give me the trust that sometimes tomorrow I can come back and know that the money that you borrowed from me, you're gonna pay me back. So this is why your personal credit is something that you really need to watch. Because with that, you can walk into all those banks and be able to have access to capital. So what we do at RMJ is something simple. We help people to have access to from $50,000 to $500,000. And how do we do that? We do that first. Everything always starts with your credit. Your credit needs to be over 700. That's something we cannot discuss about. Your credit needs to be over 700. Now, even though your credit is over 700, that is just the first step. When banks are judging you, you are going to the bank that you want to get funded, they look at 45 metrics. 45 metrics, that's what the bank is looking at. The type of industry, the type of income that you have, your utilization, what you want to do with the money, the LNC that you have, the NICS code, all those are things that the bank will look at. But in the public, people will always look at it that, oh, I have good credit and I'll go to the bank. You might go, it's okay. You might have access to capital, but you might not have access to all the capital that you can get. So this is what we do. When we try to work with anybody, we look at it first. Are you in the 700 club? if you are not there yet, we'll do credit optimization. Try to work with you to do credit optimization. If you are in the 700 club, then we start looking at those metrics before you go to the bank to get funded. We look at how many inquiries do you have. Because inquiries are hard inquiries in your credit. Some of you guys already know what it is, some might be a little bit doubtful about it. Because every bank, when you go there, you want to get, they always do a hard inquiry in your credit. And some banks are sensitive. Some banks don't care about those inquiries. So we look at it, the inquiries that you have. Does it make sense? How many do you have? And then we do a funding sequence for you. Because there is 3 credit bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. So we look at it in the banks and see how much do you need and which bank do we need to go to. If we have to maybe go to KeyBank. KeyBank is one of the banks that can give you, even though you don't have a business, they can give you $100,000 line of credit. And we call it no doc loan. No doc loan. That means that, you're surprised, right? No documentation. Yeah, so I say no documentation. So, they can give you that $100,000, but they need some stuff. Maybe before you go there, you need to have an LLC, and the LLC needs to be maybe 2 years older. Because if it's less than 2 years, they will not give you, because 70% of businesses in America, they will fail within their 2 years. So when you come to us, we'll check you. Do you have an LLC? If you don't have an LLC, we'll map it out and then we check, okay, what kind of entity we need to create for you. If we create a new one, we are only going maybe for credit cards only. That's what we do. 0% credit cards for 12 months. That can really help you to do the expenses that you want. And those 0% credit cards, it's easy because all those 9,500 banks are banks we can go to. We will go to banks that you never heard about. We are in Texas, and then you want to get funded. Maybe you come to us, you want $250,000. We might even decide to get you funded in Georgia or in Colorado. Those are things we can do. Or maybe we decide that, okay, we'll get you funded in Texas. Those are things we can do. But we can also see, because 0% credit card is like from 12 months, you have 0%. But after the 12 months, the interest start picking 20%, 25%, all those things. But what we look at, we see, after the 12 months, maybe you took the money that you invested with Antoinette and you bought those property. And after the 12 months, maybe you don't have the money to pay back the loan. So we can target some other banks also, and we get another 0% credit card, and then we do balance transfer on the business side. Those are things we can do. But maybe you're actually not interested in a 0% credit card. Maybe we can get you lines of credit. And those lines of credit also, we know most banks will require 2 years. If your LLC is less than 2 years, guess what we can do? We can go out there and buy the LLC that is more than 2 years. So we can help you structure that. So when we get an LLC that is more than 2 years, then we go straightly back to the bank, and then we can get those lines of credit. KeyBank can give you $100,000. Capital on Tap will give you. Citizen Bank, Frost Bank, MidFirst Bank, all those will give you lines of credit. No doc. No doc means that they will not check your income, they will not check your tax return and all those things. No, they are just interested about your credit and also about the entity that you have. So those are strategies that we can actually help you so you can leverage. And it's all dependent on, so maybe you tell us that, oh, you're not interested in the line of credit. Well, maybe I'm saying too much that somebody wants me to make the difference between line of credit and term loans. Or everybody get it? If you don't mind. If I don't mind, okay. All right. So the line of credit is money that the bank actually put it in your disposal. It's like you have a business bank account in a bank. Let's say we take a Bank of America, right? You have a business bank account there. And then you apply for the line of credit. And the line of credit, they say, okay, we can give you $50,000 line of credit. They will open a separate bank account with your business name, and they'll put $50,000 in there. And they give it to you as of right now. interest rate about 9, 10, 11%, because most banks right now they're giving prime plus 2, prime plus 3. Prime is the rate that the Wall Street, those banks will give. So prime plus 2, prime plus 3, it will always come around about 9, 10, 11%. But that's what we are seeing in the market right now. So that $50,000 is sitting there, and they give it to you for 1 year. If you touch it, then you only pay interest on what you touch. If you don't touch it, you don't pay interest. So it's like money sitting there for you. And sometimes we tell people that have in businesses, it's always better to have lines of credit, because sometimes an opportunity might come and you need it, but you need to access that capital. How do you access it? If you have lines of credit that are sitting there, even though you're not paying interest, it's sitting there waiting for you. So those are the line of credit. So money that you don't pay interest until you touch it, but it's at your disposal. At RMJ, we can help you get, maybe 4 or 5 banks where you have lines of credit. You have $50,000 there, 50, 50, 40, 30. So you have maybe about, 150, 180, 200,000 lines of credit sitting there. It's for you. You only pay interest if you touch it. Now, the difference now with term loans, that means that the day you sign that paper to say you are accepting that $50,000, it goes directly to your bank account, business bank account, the same bank account you've been doing transactions every day. Then it doesn't matter. You use the money, you don't use it, you will pay interest. That's the difference between the line of credit and the term loans. And then I was talking about the 0% credit card. Those are credit cards that will give it to you. And then you have 2 ways of getting it. You can get the personal credit card. This is usually what most people will get. Because on the personal side, this will show on your credit report. When you check the credit report, all those credit cards that are there, those are on the personal. But we try to actually push you, if you want to do business, to go on the business side, because it will not show on your credit report. It will only show on the business side. So that means you can keep on funding yourself. I said on those 9,500 things, you can get funded on those things. But it's just going to take the time, because you have to build a relationship. And when I mean relationship, you have to go open a business bank account, show them at least a little bit of transaction, and then they will give you that. So everybody here, I don't know what your credit report is. I don't know if your credit is good, bad, medium, high. You are sitting in a 700 club or 800 club, you can get up to $500,000. You can get it. But it's a matter of timing, because we need to see on your personal, is the credit good? If not good, we'll do credit optimization. Cedric is back there. That's a credit guy in the RMJ community. Cedric, yeah, just raise your hand so people can see you. Yeah, so this is the guy that is in the RMJ community. And we have experts in the RMJ, so that will do a good job for you. Cedric is saying he has a master, he has a master from a big university, so he knows exactly what he's doing. So these are the guys that will make sure that they optimize your credit, make sure that they fix some stuff for you. And then we can get you to funding. Funding is you sitting in this room that you need any type of money, regardless. Those banks will work with them. And we have actually created relationships with different banks now. That some of the banks now is just a phone call away, and then they give you the money. But why would they trust us with the phone call away? Because we know what they need in your profile. Because when we are calling them, they know we have already done the due diligence in your credit report. We are not going to take anybody that you are at 650 or something and send it to the bank. That's automatic now. We are not going to take anybody that maybe you have 4 or 5 inquiries in your Experian or TransUnion or Equifax and send it to the bank. We know they're going to deny you. You have 4 or 5 inquiries. You've been looking for credit too much. You are somebody that is risky. So who will do the due diligence already? We clean those things, making sure that it makes sense before we send you to get funded. But again, one thing that I want to stress about, this is not a quick get rich quickly thing. Now, this is not what we are talking about. I want to make sure that we talk about something. This is the process we designed with you. Is this process easy? It's not easy. Is this process worth it? Yes, it's worth it. It's worth it when you can sit down and you have access to capital and you can deploy and do the things that you want to do. Last time the last event that I passed here, I've shown my credit cards that I have here. I've shown a lot of them. I have on a personal and business side, I don't know how many credit cards do I have. I have access to, I don't know, more than $500,000. But when I say this is not my money. What did I say? I have access to it. Doesn't mean it's mine. It's not mine. I want to make sure I don't have that 500,000 that I'm talking about. It's not my personal bank account sitting there. No, it's money that I have access to. And this is what we want to be able to see, that everybody in this room, that you believe that you want to build funding, that you want to have access to capital, you need to make sure you can get that. So you can have access to it, you can deploy it when you want to. You know when there is an opportunity that comes around your way, you need 50,000, you need 20,000, you need 15, you need $100,000. You have the capital sitting that you can deploy. This is what RMJ can do for you. So I don't know if the funding side, am I good, clear? Did I explain things properly, or maybe something is missing? If something is missing, or if somebody don't believe in this room, that you can have access to that. I want to see, can somebody tell me, hey, I don't believe in this spreadsheet?
We believe.
Yeah, you believe. Because you believe, right? You're a believer. Yeah. So those are the things that we can do. We can help you have access to this capital, so you can do the things that you want to do. And those capital, we can do it on the personal side, and we can do it also on the business side. But I always tell people on personal side, if you are looking for capital, I'll say, for me, that's my recommendation. I'm not a financial advisor, because you have to have a degree to do a financial advice. This is just us having a discussion there. I would say don't go over $50,000 on the personal side, because you need more than $50,000. What do you want to do with that? But if you want to do business, then you can go up. You can go after what you want. 100, 200, 300, 500,000. That makes sense on the business side, because you want to do something. You want to deploy the capital to be able to do something that will make meaningful change in your life. All right. So now, if at RMJ, we can help you have access to capital. If you start making that money and then you start wanting to deploy it into businesses, because like I was saying, but you need to be able to know that in America, everything is taxed. It's tax season right now. So you need to have alignment in your taxes, so you know that the money that you are actually going to invest into businesses is going to bring you reward, and you are going to pay the least amount of tax possible. And this is what an RMJ will bring you also. We'll show you tax planning, we'll bring you strategies that will help you. Like Antoinette was there, she was talking about investing into real estate. We have some strategies into real estate that will make sure that when you start making that money, you don't pay a lot of taxes. Because the average person, that's if you have a W-2 job, right? You're working 12 months. Do you know how many months in a year you're working for the government? If you're making maybe $100,000, about maybe possibly 2 months, minimum, 2 to 3 months. All that 2 to 3 months you're working for the government. You're waking up at 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, all that money is going to the government. It hurts, right? How can you just sit down and then you are making all that money is going to the government? But guess what? The government actually wants to reward you, but you don't know the strategies. Because any strategy that we talk about, we didn't invent it. Congress voted for it. Congress made it available for people, but the average people would not use it. So we also bring you that if you are making capital and you are using it, we bring you strategies that can make you pay the less amount of taxes. So we have, if you are in business, maybe if you are making more than 6 figures, we'll convert you from, maybe LLC to an S corp, so you can save 15.3%. So those are strategies that we bring. And I know maybe sometimes some people that have been here before I talked about it, but I always say repetition is always something that is very important, because when you repeat, you understand it, and then you know how you can do it. So, if you are maybe doing stock trading, and then you are maybe in the stock market, there's GFX trading. Those are things that you can bring into your hands, so you know that the money that you are making, you are not spending it So tax planning is also one of the things. So we have to pay the least amount of taxes. And I always repeat, if you are sitting in this room and you make more than 6-figure income and you don't have a tax planning person, chances are at least you are paying $10,000 to $20,000 to the government. You are paying it. But guess what? You are used to paying, you think that is normal. There's ways you can save. But if until you work with somebody that does tax planning, you're gonna keep paying that money. But the government has made things available so you can use it. So this is something that is there also. So I want to talk about something. I was talking about, we help you get the money. We help you save your taxes. But what are you gonna do with the money? Mikolo?
Invest in real estate.
What are we gonna do with the money we can help you get? We can help you get 250, 500. What are you gonna do with that?
We're gonna buy Louis Vuitton and pop champagne.
We're gonna buy Louis Vuitton and pop champagne. That's what Mikolo said. Huh? Mikolo, are you gonna get some champagne?
No, I'm telling you.
Who is saying like me? We're gonna go to Louis Vuitton. We're gonna buy champagne. We're gonna buy the last newest car. I don't know, Rolls Royce, right? But maybe let's go buy Range Rover also. We can buy all these nice things. I talk about good debt, bad debt. Bad debt is something that you will take that money and then you're gonna buy something that is not bringing you an income. Liabilities, as Nicholas said. Whatever that we are talking about access to capital, guys, please. If you have financial issues, don't come to us and get more than $50,000. Please. 50,000 should be the max. You can use that, make sure that you're stable. No, I'm serious. The more money you get, the more we get paid. So it's easy for us. Oh, you come to us and then you want 200,000. I'm gonna be happy because we wanna make more money on you. But at the end of the day, the money that we made, did we bring value to you? And I tell people here, if you feel like you want to work with us, if we are not bringing value to your life, do not work with us. We don't want to work with you. If we are not bringing something that can make a change in your life, we don't want to work with you because it has to make sense. It has to be something that you can touch and think, oh wow, yeah, this is making sense to me. So because of that, if you're on the personal side, don't get more than 50. But now, if you feel like you want to invest, you want to do things that will bring you money, this is bad, this is good debt, then getting 250, getting 300, getting 400, getting 500, yes, that's the way to go. And then what are the investments you can do? You get that 500, you can buy a business. You can invest into the stock market. S&P 500, like I said, I want to repeat something that I want to make sure, because I'm a licensed guy in a lot of stuff and I know some stuff. I want to always make sure I'm not a financial advisor. Guys, pay attention. There's a lot of things going on the Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. I don't want to get somebody calling me at the courthouse tomorrow because I gave them an advice. Whatever I'm saying right now is just exchanging. On taxes, I can advise you in anything because I have those criteria, I have those licenses. In the US, in terms of taxes, I have the highest, license in taxes. Then I can talk about it. But in financial, I do not. So I gotta make sure those investment side of it is just exchanging. But I need to make sure that I say that disclaimer. So if you get that money, you wanna maybe invest in the stock market. S&P 500 for the past 5 years have given a yield of maybe 14, 15%. You can buy stocks if you want to. You can start the business. Your home care, life insurance, home care, wound care. You want to create a company that you have a lounge, you have all those things. You can create any type of business that you want to do. Those are where you can deploy that capital. But also, you can buy a business. You can buy a business. Last time I talked about it here, and then some people even sitting in this room, they told me, Rashid, this is something that we want to learn, we want to understand and see how the business, because buying a business, this is the right, perfect time to buy a business. Why? Those baby boomers. Baby boomers are the people that were born around after World War II. 1945, 1946, 1950, 1955. They are about 60 years old right now. 60 to 65. And 40% they control, and 40% of them they control the small businesses in America. So from now to 2020, 2035, $30 trillion will be transferred to the next generation. I didn't say 10 billion. $30 trillion worth of businesses will be transferred to the next generation. Meaning that those people don't have the choice. They cannot run those businesses. They are tired. They've been doing it for 20, 25, and 30 years. So it's time for us to get in that market and get a small business and then you do it. You know, maybe you're driving in this street here, Richmond, right? You're driving Richmond, you see a plaza, you see maybe a dentist, you see a pharmacy, you see a restaurant, you see a mechanic shop, you see a car wash, you see a gas station, you see electrical parts. Those small businesses that you see, sometimes you feel like, oh, this might not make money. Those businesses maybe on average are averaging about more than $1 million in revenue. And the profit is maybe like 25, 30%. They're making at least $300,000. Small business. Sometimes the owner don't even have to be there. Sometimes the owner doesn't have to be there. And those businesses, it's time to grab them. It's time to, if you want financial freedom, get in there and buy those businesses and get it. Choose any type of industry that you want right now. I do not care whatever industry that you are looking for right now. There is 15 million small businesses right now in America that are on sale. 15 million. Every day there is 10,000 baby boomers that are retiring. And 10,000 of those 40% own small businesses that are profitable. 40% that are profitable. What does it mean? And most of them, they don't have succession plan. They don't have kids that want to take over this business. Sometimes they don't have kids. You know those, I'm not going to say, but you know those guys, sometimes they don't like to make babies like Africans, right? Or maybe they have kids, they are studying, somewhere else, and they are not interested in those small businesses. Grab them, get on them, because those small businesses, they are making money, and there's money machine in there, and you can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And let me give you one secret that maybe everybody sitting in this room here, that either you are an American citizen or you have a green card, you have a $5 million credit with the Small Business Administration, SBA. Everybody sitting in this room, that you have a green card or you have a citizenship, you have $5 million sitting with the SBA. What does it mean? If you see a business that are worth 1 million, 2 million, or whatever it is, SBA can give you up to 90% out of that 5 million to buy a business.
Do the math.
No, I want you to do the math.
Do the math.
Oh, you want me to do the math?
Do the math so they can understand it.
No, you want me to draw it.
Just say it. Just say it.
Huh?
Say it.
No, so you guys get it, or you want me to draw it so you can get it?
Some of us get it. Some of us don't get it. So
Huh? Some of us are visual learners.
Yeah.
Okay.
do the board.
No. I'll do it so you can better understand the shift that is happening right now in America. Right?
Class sensation.
Huh?
Class
So we're in class, right? No, don't worry, we're all in class, but I'm learning also. Doing this thing every time, it's actually shows me that I'm learning also. And I want you to get it, to see it. And then if you don't understand or something is not clear, ask me a question now, and then we can talk about it. And I always like to talk about a business. Somebody give me a business type. Lisa, give me a business type. What business would you like to buy and then you feel like you have energy and you can invest into that business?
Yes.
Cleaning business, right? So cleaning business, I've been in this building for 10 years. Guess what? Every single day, there's somebody cleaning this business. And guys, pay attention. By 8 p.m., you're going to see somebody walking here to clean. So this contract is locked, right? I didn't know you were going to start cleaning, but I'm just, my mind is working here. So let's say a business. Oh, I don't want to write today, right? Okay, let's get another one. A business. Today is that day, right? Okay, there we go. So a business, let's say a business that is making $2 million. I always like to take an example with that business. $2 million. And guys, oh, sorry. Oh, thank you for acknowledging it. A business that the revenue, I'll say I will put R here for revenue. Revenue of $2 million. And guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You guys will not finish buying those type of business in America. This new day, posting every single day. You know, on Bees by Bees, on SMB Market. There's so many websites that you can find those businesses. So a business that is making $2 million of revenue. So I'm gonna put here profit. 25%. I'm an accountant, so we kind of know businesses, what is the profit margin. So I'll say 25%. So 500,000, right? So 25% of 2 million is 500. That's the business profit and revenue. So usually, a lot of businesses, we would call it 1x. What is 1x? The business revenue is usually about 1x the business sale price. So if this business is making $2 million in 1 year, so that means if the person is selling the business, they will sell it for $2 million. That's about what we see in the market. So the same business revenue here is going to be the sale price also. So I'll put R equal S, sale price. Are we clear?
Yeah.
We get it, right? So with this business, if you go to the SBA, and I told everybody here that you have 5 million credit with the SBA. So they can give you up to 90% to buy this business. So 90%, we'll put SBA here. 90% of 2 million, what is it? Huh? 1.8 million dollars. So this is what you can get with the SBA. They give it to you as of right now, somewhere around 8% for 10 years. That's what the debt service is. They will give it to you. So what the remaining is 200,000. So I'll put it here. Personal, 200,000. Okay, so 200,000. What do we do at RMJ? Funding, right? So we can help you get that $200,000 with 0% credit cards, lines of credit, so we can get you there. So it's easy for us. So you come here, I put it here, RMJ fund you. Yeah? We'll fund you. So once we fund you that, just using your credit. So you didn't come up with zero money in your pockets, right? Everything is coming from your credit. So you buy this business here. You buy it. Let's say today is January 30, right? Today is January 30. You buy this business January 30. The first, you start making money. Like the first is Monday, right? You start making money. This is not something that you buy and then you wait. If it's in 6 months, 3 months, you start making money on the first. You buy this business. And usually a business like this, usually have maybe 8, 12 employees. You said, like Lisa, you said what? You said cleaning, right? So there's gonna be those people cleaning here. And then I was talking to a business owner, an employee of a business last time somewhere by the gallery, and we were talking. He was talking about he was doing a work and he was complaining about his boss. Like, you think I'm here working? You know what my boss is doing right now? Drinking champagne, but he's making money. He told me that, and I'm like, well, I understand, but That's the path they chose. You know. So this business will make you already have 8 to 12 employees, right? So this business, you buying it day one is bringing you money. Day one is bringing you money. So you see $500,000 here, that's the profit. So SBA will give you 1.8 at 8% for 12 years. So the debt service usually as accountant, you know it's about 15%. So you take the $500,000 here, 15% of that debt service, 15% of 1.8, 900, 1.8, well maybe about 180,000. That's what you're gonna pay back to the SBA every year, but they take it monthly. SBA will not jump in this business if it does not make sense, because they are bringing more money than you. So trust me, if you are choosing this business, they know it works. If it does not work, they will not give you the money. You know. So 500,000 minus 180, $320,000. As give me a business or a job right now that you can step into today, and you know for the first 1 year, without you pulling $0 from your pocket, then you're gonna make $320,000. If somebody give me that, you are not bringing $1 on the table, but you're making $320 a year. Did everybody understand it, or it's something that is not clear?
It's clear.
It's clear. Is it clear? But $320, if you want, you can pay that $200,000 that you took on the credit cards. You can pay it the same year if you want to. If you don't want, you anyway you have 0% for 12 months. But guess what? You know what SBA can do? When you buy this business, you brought that $200,000, right? You bought the business. The same day, like today for January 30, you're closing that. You can tell the SBA that you need working capital for your business. Working capital for your business. And they give you from 10 to until 19% of the value of the business. They wire it to you in the same day in your bank account.
I have a question.
I have a question. Yes, Tanti.
Yeah, is the loan is the same amount of those who do the cleaning and also like the gas station?
Okay, thank you. So Tanti is asking, the loan, is it the same amount for those who want to do cleaning, gas station, anything? Yes, the loan is the same. They can give you up to 90%. You know, sometimes depending on the financials, they can say they will give you 70, 75, 80, 85. Those are possible, 90%. But they can give you up to 90%. So if we take 10% of this, the $2 million, what is 10%? 200,000. I'll put W here. The day you sign this business, SBA will wire back that money to your bank account. Yes.
But the SBA, is it like a private company or it is owned by the government?
Owned by the government, Small Business Administration.
Okay, so like, I'll have another question.
Mhm.
So they still look at your credit, or it's the lenders that are going to look at your credit?
The credit, yeah, SBA will look at your credit. They only need 620. 620. That's it. That's all they need.
But wait, or you make it seem like all you need is 620. You need something in your credit in order for them to actually approve you for that, don't you?
No, 620 is what the SBA needs.
Okay.
But
So,
if you
You
okay,
don't need no extra, like,
now the extra that I was talking about, the 700, that is if we are helping you get personal funding. Get you 100, 200, 300. That's the 700. That's the banks. But the SBA, they only need 620.
because if there's a lot of people here with 620 credit.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me that if I walk in a bank right now,
Mm-hmm.
SBA, and I apply for that,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna give it to me without the help for consultant company.
Yeah, but the thing is, remember if you're going, they're gonna ask you that 10%.
Right. So that's where you come. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. But that's where it gets tricky.
That's where I get treated. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if you have only 620 credits, SBA will give you the 90. But where are you gonna bring the 10? but knowing no bank will give you that 10 at 620. So we need to do credit optimization. Alright, we need to do credit optimization to get you there so you can get that other 10%. But now, I'll give you another faster way, because you don't have to come to RMJ if you don't need to get that funding. If you know somebody, or maybe you have the money to get that 10%, get it there. You can get it there. And then you can get straightly to the business. You don't have to go to RMJ to do the funding. I'm just giving the information what is important. That's the other way. If you maybe you can go talk to somebody, they give you the 10%, you put it there, you buy the business. And what did I say about the working capital? The same day you close, you can apply for working capital, they wire you that money back. What do? Reimburse to the person. So you can buy a business with this strategy with zero money down. Not even coming at RMJ. So I'm giving you the tool. You don't have to come to us to do this. You can do this if you're really serious about it. And guys, trust me. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but is it only to buy a business, or you can use it, let's say you have a business and you want to invest money into your business?
Good question. Is it only to buy a business, or if you have a business, you want to invest in there? The same loan, they call it the SBA 7A loan. It's used to buy business, and it's used also to do expansion. And on the expansion side, you know how many percentage they give it to you? 100%. So that means if you're already in business and you want to buy the business with the same NICS code, North American Industry Code, they will give you 100% to buy the same business in your line. Let's say you already have a gas station, you want to buy a second gas station, SB can give you up to 5 million. You have like Jibril here, he has a clothing store. You know, if people are here, you want to buy clothes, go to Jibril, he's paying you more. So, like Jibril, he has a clothing store, and he wants to buy another clothing store that are maybe profitable, as long as SBA will check first if it's making money, they give you 100% to acquire that business with zero money down. You don't have to bring anything. So those are possibilities. But if you are not in the business and then you want to buy, this is where it's limited at 90%. So am I good on this? All right. But
Question.
yes.
What if you're on the opposite side and you want to sell your business? Like, what do your postings look like to make it most attractive?
Okay, good question. So she's asking if you're already in business and what would make your business good, attractive to sell. This is where us RMJ comes in. Because remember I was telling you, you don't have to do business funding with us to get those businesses. But here's one thing.
Oh, I have to go buy it from you.
Huh?
Through you, I can.
No, it's through there's brokers that says, but here's the thing. We say this business is 2 million. How do you know this business is 2 million? They said I told you. You need somebody to do the study to tell you the business is really making 2 million. Verify that. Oh yes, sir.
I have an African store. Say SBA give you money during the disaster. Or you want to develop, you want to expand.
Expand.
Are you able to come back to them even though you got money in your system?
Yes, so you are asking about the EIDL loan, right?
Yes.
We did buy the COVID.
Yeah.
Good thing, EIDL loan does not apply to this as long as you are current with your EIDL loan. If you are current with your EIDL loan, it's not defaulted or it's not on charge of, you can do this. It does not count against that 5 million. Actually, there's even talks at Congress right now to expand that loan to $10 million. So you can do it perfectly, no problem. If you do your EIDL, as long as you are making the minimum payment, you are current, you're good. You can get it 90% to buy different business, 100% to buy same business. You can get second store. 100%. Okay. So now what I was talking about, this is where RMJ comes on. Because you want to buy the business 2 million. But do you know really the business is making that 2 million? This is where we comes on, and we can help you because there is a process also applying for the loans, those paperwork. It takes your time. You can do it yourself, or you want the faster route. It's all about timing. So we'll do the bookkeeping for you. We'll go back and audit 1 year, 2 year, 3 years accounting. This is where we're still gonna make money on you. It's about business, right? But if you want, you can go somewhere else and do it. That's fine. But I'm giving you the tools. We will do the quality of earning reports because maybe you are buying this business, and what about if the seller is somebody that has personal relationship with his clients, and then he buys from you, and then maybe when he leaves the business, he's leaving with the person? And what about if there's a client in this business bringing 5 or 10% of revenue? Because there's some little things. I'm showing you the good thing. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's worth it. So worth it means that you come with people like us. We will audit all the bank accounts. And this is where the business comes on the African side. If you are making money, they send you the money on Zelle. If you come to us, we're not going to look at that. If you go into a personal bank account, us as accountant, we're not going to count that. This is not revenue. Revenue is something that goes to your business bank account, and then we can track it. We know who paid for it. It's not, there's no wahala or, no. So this is what we count on. We tell you this business makes sense, this does not make sense. This is why we come, and then we can even penalize the seller. Like if you want to sell it. Because let's say if you are selling it, let's say if you are selling it, and then what about you buy the business first year, and 2 months after, 10% or 20% of clients leaves the business. You're not gonna make the 2 million, but you still have to pay SDA. So we have to make sure we put some stuff in the contract. If 10% of revenue drop down, we will penalize the seller. You're not. This is business. You are not buying this to be on the whole. This is why you come to us. We make sure we give you the tools so you're not gonna fall in the hole. We give you everything in the contract. We analyze the books and do all of those things. Yeah. So now.
Let's say you have an import and export business that you work with, let's say, other countries. So is it possible to use that money for the SBA money to invest into other countries using the import and export business?
Nah, the business has to be domestic in America. The business has to be in America because it's about supporting the business in America. The business has to be in America. So it has to be in America for you to do.
Let's say the business is in America, but for example, they can buy stuff here and you send it back, let's say, in Africa or in other countries. You can do that.
Yeah, as long as you are buying the product here and then you are shipping it, you are exporting it, that's fine. It's no problem. But you gotta buy it here and then you do the trade. It's no problem. Yeah. So, and then guess what? Now let me tell you how you can build generation wealth quickly. I told you you get 1.8 million, 90% to buy this business. What did I say that you have to SBA? $5 million. How much did you take? 1.8. That means what is left over is SBA? 3.2. Guess what? That means if you buy this business, you know what you're doing. Let me stress, you know what you're doing. And then it's working. 6 months after, what can you do? Or 1 year, what can you do? Buy another one. After that, what can you do again? Buy another one. So once you do all that and you consolidate those three businesses together, now us as accountants, we don't only look at it at 1x anymore. We can maybe look at it 1.5x. Because now you have an empire, you have three businesses, and then you consolidate everything. You put marketing together, you put sales, operations, IT, you put those departments, then private equity can step in and say your business is doing good. Imagine you buy 3 of those. It's 6 million, right? But when you buy at 6, and then you are managing it well, the valuation can go quickly to $10 million. You buy this 2-3 years. Let's just say 3 years. Valuation goes at 10 million. You sell it back. Can somebody tell me how much money you're walking away with? 10 million, and then you bought it at 6 million. 4 million, right? That's 4 you're making. But for those 3 years, you were doing already the payment, the debt service payment to the SBA. So you brought that money down. So you're almost walking out with $5 million in 3 years. Can somebody give me the fastest way to get to be millionaire in 3 years in America, where you can walk out with $3, $4, $5 million?
14.
Huh? It may not be legal, right? Maybe we're gonna do what Pablo Escobar is doing. Maybe over there it's much more quicker to get that. Huh? You can trade gold also, where it's risky, right? It's going up and down. We want something that is almost mathematical, where it makes sense, where it's following a process. This is where you need to have good accounting, good books. We put a lot of stuff in the contract. In this business, you are doing it. You are not there to do the day-to-day job. You are hiring people that are doing it. You are managing. You are not working in the business. You are working on the business. You are working on the business. So this is something right now. Guys. You know the sad thing right now? There's more business that are being sold than people that are ready to buy. Huh? Yes.
Give us what kind of business we should buy in the US. That's not dreaming big.
Dream, absolutely. Can say we got to dream big. This is about dreaming big. This is about, and I was telling, I'm an accountant. You guess whatever I'm teaching, what do you think that I'm doing? What do you think? I'm in accounting. What do you think I'm doing? I'm buying more accounting firm. Whatever I'm teaching, whatever I'm saying, that's what I'm doing. So I already told you guys that we're working. RMG is working about 1,000 clients, right? 10 years in this building. Watch next year when I come back here and sit down here and tell you how many businesses we have acquired. Yes, Tanti. So the type of businesses that you want to invest right now, I will call them recession business, and I will call them boring business. Businesses that people are not really looking at. Like Lisa talk about cleaning. Those guys that like the office job, they don't like those cleaning business. It's money in there. Cleaning business is a good thing. Let's say electrical parts company, HVAC. They do the AC work and those things. Good business. They're selling lumber. They're doing retails, home care, wound care, laundromat. Boring business where people don't really think about it. You pass, you see it, you don't know. Us as accountant, we know there's making money. So I would say those type of business, the boring businesses, those are where you need to focus. Those guys, trust me, they don't have babies. They want to sell it. They have to sell it because they don't have no choice. They're old. They're 65, 70 years old. Huh?
The cleaner already coming.
See, the cleaner already coming. So those are the boring business that I would say. And guess what? When you buy it, you can actually even transform it. So I hope that the buying business has been a little bit, I explained a little bit about it. So and also one thing that I want to talk quickly about is if you buy those businesses, one thing that I want to tell also, because I know time is getting hard, it's getting late, and I talk a lot about buying businesses, it's about asset protections. Asset protections and protecting yourself. I know we are in America, I would say when I look at the year, I can know that everybody is kind of an adult. A lot of people have kids and stuff. I want to say something about, trust. Sometimes we hear about it, we feel like this is like high level things. No, those are not high level things. Let's, look at it. Revocable trust, irrevocable trust. Those are things that you need to start watching over. Because you don't want to just maybe something happen to you and then your kids are there and then you don't know what's coming up. Whenever if you die in America right now, everything of your asset, bank account, all of things go to the probate court. Everything means like they freeze everything, go to the probate court, they look at all the debts that you have, they paid. If you get a trust, it does not go to the probate court. It goes directly to a trust. So that means your family can inherit it quickly. So it's really important to look at those things. So revocable trust is something that will protect you when you are no longer there. Because when you are there, you cannot change much. Irrevocable trust, something that will protect you while you are still alive. If they lawsuit or things like that, you can protect yourself. Yes?
So let's say you have a lot of assets in the US, but you don't have a green card, but like or you're not in America, and let's say something happens and you die and you have kids, so how does that happen?
You have a lot of assets in the US,
Yeah.
and then but you are not an American. You are not here.
Either you're not a US citizen or you're not here.
Yeah, those are things. As long as with the lawyer, they can always be, revocable trust, even though you are not a US citizen or things. As long as those things are in place. So I want to advise everybody that it doesn't have to be a rich thing. You have a little bit of asset. You have a good car. Maybe you pay 50% in the car. Don't let the debtor just take it. Put it on the trust. You have a house that you already purchased. Put the house on the trust, so you can protect your family. You have bank account money is sitting there. You're no longer here. Tomorrow you don't know what's going to happen. That's on the revocable side. Irrevocable, you are here. But what about if there is lawsuit against you? You don't want them to come and take over whatever that you have. So those are asset protection. It's very important. Doesn't matter. Even though you have $2,000 in a bank account or $2,000 of asset, protect it. Protect it so you can leave something to your generation. That's the first thing on a trust. Second thing, life insurance. I don't care whatever you are, wherever you are, if you're sitting in this room, if you do not have life insurance, you gotta get it. This is one of the fastest way a lot of those people make money. And you know what I'm saying? This is the fastest way they get money. Life insurance. So get it because you have kids, you don't know what's gonna happen to you. Everything is risk. Being in this room is risk. There is the bomb that can come here, right?
Yeah.
If you're born, there is risk. Risk is everywhere. You were driving to get here, there was risk. Somebody could have hit you on the road. Anything can happen. So protect yourself because the people that are counting on you, the kids or the mom, the dad, you never know what's going to happen. So protect yourself, protect your family. So those are the things. Trust, IUL, which is life insurance. Put those things into work. Even same thing about those people that are here. They have W2 job. You have 401k. There's this book that I want you to go read. The biggest heist in America, the 401k. Who knows who are here? He has the 401k. He knows what is the 401k fees they're charging you every month or every year. You know the fees? Yeah. No, they charge you 2%. That 2% there, what do you think? You think it's not a lot, right?
Oh, it's a lot.
That 2%. When you work for that for 20, 25, 30 years, at the end of the year when you retire, most likely they have taken more than 30% of your wealth in that one. So 401k, my advice to you, get a custodian account. You can keep that custodian account and use it so you can invest. And because what are those custodian accounts? Custodian accounts are accounts that they charge you a flat fee. They don't charge you on percentage of what you get. They charge you a flat fee, so on that flat fee you can use it, invest into real estate, do the things that you want to do, and then you get the money there. Because the 401k, you're gonna lose a lot of money. And the studies have shown in America, people that are retired, only 2% will retire wealthy. Only 2% will retire wealthy. Only 2. 10% will retire independent. What I say wealthy is more than $10 million. 10% will retire with like $2 to $10 million. The rest, 59% of people that retire in America, they have to get a second job because the money is not making it. 59%. More than 20% will actually, maybe some will pass away because they cannot afford it. So you are sitting in this room, you're already more than 30, 35, 40, 50. Think about whatever your retirement account, wherever money is going. I want you to go and look at 401k, the biggest heist in America. Read that book, and then you can understand a lot of stuff. Don't let people just steal your money and take it away while you can change some stuff while it's still here. So those are things that I want to share with you.
What was the book again?
The biggest heist in America.
Biggest heist.
Yeah, biggest heist in America. You can read that book, especially people that are here, they work in W2 jobs. Read that book, and then you can understand a lot of stuff. Because there's ways you can turn around it, and then it will worth it. Like I said, only 2% of people will retire wealthy. The rest will suffer. And we don't want to be on that side. Until yes.
I understand it. Can you explain more about your insurance and options available?
I'm sorry?
Can you explain more about your life insurance?
Yeah, the life insurance,
The benefits and also available options.
the available option on life insurance. The life insurance, we focus more on building IUL. IUL is cash policies. It's like whatever money that you pay every month, part of it will go to your face value. The face value is like, let's say tomorrow you are no longer there, what your family will get. Maybe you can sign up for the policy, $300, $200, $500,000. That's the face value. And then there is what we call the cash value. Maybe let's say you are paying $300 every month. Maybe $120 will go for the face value and the $180 will go for the cash value. So we'll start building cash for you. And then that is what we usually propose. And that 180 will actually cap into because it's actually generating about maybe 8, 10, or 11% compounding interest. Compounding interest means like every month, every year, they start doubling, and then it's adding. And one of the strategies also we can teach and we tell people and say, if let's say we get you funded or maybe you have money, if you get an IUL policy, overfund the policy. You can maybe put 50,000 $40,000 if you have sitting, put it in your policy, and then maybe 2 weeks after, you withdraw the money. But when you withdraw it, you loan it yourself on a simple interest side. And then the rest will keep on doing on the compounding side. So you do what is called an interest arbitrage. It will keep bringing money to you. So this is one of the things that we believe everybody should be doing also because it's very important. Yeah. Oh, I know that I talked a lot. And then now, comes where if you feel like you want to work with us, if we can help you succeed in anything, I was talking about the funding side. Funding, if you want to get funding, no matter the amount that you need, 9%, that's what we charge, whatever we can get for you. We charge you 9% on the first $100,000. The second, after you pass 100,000, we drop the percentage to 8%. After that second 100 is passed, you drop the percentage to 7%. That's if you want to work on the percentage. If you work on the flat fee also, if we get you 150,000, we only charge you $10,000. You only need $2,500 to start. The rest we charge you whenever you get funded. I want you to look at it also. You can check our prices that we charge. You can check on the market. Usually when they are charging people interest on the percentage side, they charge them about 15% on the market. We charge you 9%. And I would say we don't force anybody to come work with us. We want to share the information. If it's made valuable, if it's interesting for you, we're always there to help you. If not, there's no problem. We feel like we are bringing information to you. Credit optimization, we only charge about $1,000 on the credit optimization. You have some stuff in your credit that are not working, that is not good, or you feel like you need to work on it. We can help you remove those things, and then make sure that your credit gets where you want to be. If you have bankruptcy, child support, student loan, and those things that you're fighting, you feel like, hey, it might not believe to you. I did not say believe to you, guys. I'm saying something important. I did not say believe to you. It might not believe to you. It might not, or maybe they reported it wrong. We didn't say maybe it belongs to you, but they reported it wrong. Okay? It belongs to you, but they reported it wrong. We are targeting how they reported it. So that would cost you about $1,500. We can help you do that. And then if you have a company and then you feel like, you need CFO services, our fees charge somewhere around $2,000. You have bookkeeping that you need $500 a month. And then if you want to do tax planning, that will cost the minimum fee will charge is $5,000 and up. And then if you are and then maybe people will say that $5,000, but trust me, if we are charging you $5,000, the minimum you're getting is about $20,000 of saving. If we are not bringing that to you, we don't want to work with you because we are not bringing no value to you. So those are the prices we do. And besides that, if you want to buy a business now, like I was talking about those quality of earning report, those things that you want to make sure the business is making sense to you, this is where also will come, and then we can help you identify, the business that you want to buy and making sure the financial make sense. We are not helping you to find the business, but we'll give you the tools where you can find the business because it has to be an area of interest for you. We are not going to run the business for you. We want to support you to run the business. So over there also we can help you. And I want you guys to check also, key resources where to find business to buy. I put it here, SMB market, biz buy sell, SMB market, where you can find businesses where you can buy. Is one thing that I didn't talk about. Tax lien, tax lien. Those are one of the powerful strategies also. But next time we'll pretty much maybe dive into it and show you strategies where you can use money to buy tax lien property, where you can have access to property. You might with tax lien, you might just pay maybe $10,000-$15,000 and find yourself owning a property that's like $200,000. And people are doing it here in America. I'll put some resources there, tax lien association. No, I was talking about real estate, Section 8 properties. Those are things that you can do. We can help you get the funding. What you do, you buy a property that is like $100,000. What you do with the funding, we help you get maybe $100,000, 20% is $20,000. What you do, we have maybe possibly help you maybe get $100,000. You take the money over there, you renovate the property. When you renovate the property value goes up. Let's say you put $20,000. When you do a renovation, on that we put $20,000. You do what is called an ELOC on the loan, and then you order an appraisal on the property. Maybe the property is like $150,000. You pull money from there, so you put all of your investment in there. Then you go and buy a second property. Judical is here. Is a real estate, so you understand exactly the strategy that I'm bringing. Very powerful strategy for you to actually build generation wealth. So you start acquiring properties without actually spending money. It's all about strategy. You don't have to bring money in your pocket. Number one degree in America, your credit. With that, you can do everything. You can start owning properties, everything with your credit. So I know I've talked a lot, I've said some stuff, and then people maybe start being a little bit tired. Sometimes I get too emotional, and sometimes I feel like I need to give it all, I need to spend the information because I feel everybody should be rich. This is my belief. For me, we all have to build generation wealth. We all have to be wealthy. So that's why my mission is. And one thing that I want to tell everybody before I stop talking, learn to work harder on yourself than you do at your job. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do at your job. I have a powerful team here that helped me at RMJ. Henry is here. He's one of the guys that work with us. Henry is responsible for the marketing and sales. Henry is here. Thank you, Henry. Cedric is here. Jamal is here. Cedric is here in the back. We have at RMJ, we have about 9 people in our team that helps and makes sure everything. But I've still repeating, it doesn't matter we are working together. I'm like, if we are working together, even though we are working, you guys still you gotta be able to build wealth for yourself. This is all about life. You don't have to come and work at RMJ this making, because working only there will not make you rich. No, it will not. I will tell everybody, regardless you're working with me, you're not working with me. So please, guys, learn to work harder on yourself than you put on that 9 to 5 work every single day. It gives you stress and it's not changing anything in your life. Take action, change your life, build wealth, do things that will bring wealth to yourself. You can enjoy the world, travel, have money, have 6-7 figures in your bank account, pass generation to your kids. This is all about life. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here.